Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn about quick breads. Okay, quick bread are called quick breads because they are quick to make, as opposed to using yeast as a leavening agent. For quick breads, it is quick because we will be making use of chemical leavening agents. We will be learning about the different methods of making quick breads. Particularly, we will be focusing on the different mixing methods that we can use in order for us to make different types of quick breads. Today, we're going to learn how to make muffins. Okay, so we're going to use muffin method. Okay, we have two types of leavening agents. So we have natural leavening agents, particularly yeast, which is slow acting, and also air and steam. So while baking, the wet ingredients in the product as we bake it and as we heat it, air and steam goes out, making our product rise. So we also have chemical leavening agent, which is our common example is baking powder and baking soda. So here are the examples. Okay, so what we are going to make use is the fast acting ones or the chemical leavening agent. That's why it is called quick bread. Okay, so for our method, muffin method, we will be focusing on using liquid fat. Okay, so for the three different methods of quick breads, we have muffin method, we have biscuit method, and we have creaming method. So the difference between the three is for muffin method, we're going to use liquid fat. Okay, so in this case, the recipe calls for oil or melted butter. Okay, so let us divide our ingredients into two. So we have the dry ingredients and we have the wet ingredients. So for the dry ingredients, we're going to need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So I have here my all-purpose flour. So I'm just going to use the same pan for all the dry ingredients. In some recipes, the dry ingredients can include your sugar, or in some recipes also or procedures, you'll be asked to combine your sugar with your wet ingredients. So for this case, I'm going to combine my white sugar with my all-purpose flour. 3/4 cup of sugar. So using the same mixing bowl, I'm going to include everything. And then add my 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Use 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay. So that's it for our dry ingredients. So as we have mentioned in our lecture, in our class, sifting is also a form of mixing. So it's important for us to mix our ingredients and sift our ingredients, especially the dry ingredients. Okay, so just mix your dry ingredients together. For our wet ingredients, we're going to need 1/3 cup or 80 ml of vegetable oil. So the original recipe calls for 80 ml of vegetable oil, but I prefer using butter. Okay, so I have remaining butter that I used from my baking a while ago. So this is only 60 ml. Okay, so I can add the 20 ml using oil, or you can do half. Okay, so you can use 40 ml of oil and 40 ml of butter. Okay, so make sure that when you're measuring, it is eye level, okay, so that you have the accurate amount. So this is a combination of melted butter and oil. Okay, 1 egg and also 80 ml of milk. So you can use whatever milk you have at home, evaporated milk or fresh milk or full cream milk, kung ano man ang meron kayo. Fresh milk, whatever will do. Okay, we're supposed to need fresh or frozen blueberries, but as we all know, blueberries are very expensive here in the Philippines. So I will be using canned blueberry. Okay, so here are our wet ingredients. So just combine it. And then add it to our dry ingredients. So make a well in the center. You can use your whisk or you can use your rubber scraper, or if you have wooden spoon at home, you can also do so. So making quick bread is very easy, and particularly muffins, okay? So we don't need any special equipment. Even just using your ordinary tools at home, it is very easy to make. So just mix them. I hope you can see. So we don't want our mixture to be over mixed, okay? So we just want it to be just combined, even with lumps, okay? So I'm not going to forward this, or I'm not going to fast play this. So okay, so I'm going to adjust the amount, since I'm not using frozen or fresh blueberries, wherein there's moisture already when we add this in the mixture, and I am just substituting the use of canned blueberries. So I'm going to use this one, okay? The mixture is a little bit dry, so we're going to adjust it by adding maybe around 20 ml of milk. So, ayan, makikita nyo medyo dry siya ng konti. So, I want my muffin to be moist. So, just combine it. Okay. So, even if there's still lumps, okay na yon. Okay? So, kahit minsan may mga makikita pa tayong flecks of white sa ilalim. Okay? So, just combine it. And that's it. Okay, so we're going to be ready for panning. Okay, so if you notice, our mixture is a little bit lumpy. That's what we are looking for. We don't want it to be too smooth. Okay, so this is ready for panning. Okay, so for pan preparation, we're going to need muffin pans. Okay, so I'm using ordinary muffin pans. You can use aluminum or you can use non-stick, whatever. Okay, so in this case, I prefer using my aluminum pans. Since I'll be using streusel, and sometimes the streusel, kaya nga muffin, okay, the muffin usually pops up sometimes, and the streusel sticks to the, ayan, may crevices, okay, so it's harder for me to wash this. I like my muffin pans because it doesn't have any crevice, okay, so wala siyang singit-singit, mas madali siyang hugasan, okay. So to make it easier for us, we're going to use a 3-ounce cup muffin liners. Okay, so make sure that you line your muffin pans. So we're going to use a small ice cream scoop. I'm going to scoop one first. So I'm going to layer the filling and the muffin mixture. Okay, and then I'm going to spoon. And then, maglalagay tayo ulit another layer. And then, another as part of the topping. And then, half na lang. Okay? Hindi ko na masyadong pupunuin. Kasi almost 3/4 full na. Okay? Use a chopstick or a toothpick or a small spoon and swirl your mix it, okay? So that the filling will be combined or mixed at the bottom. Okay? So, talagang yun, medyo dumidikit lang. If you don't want this to move, you can put baking spray or if you can brush this with butter para medyo nakadikit yung inyong baking cups or baking paper. Okay? So, papakita ko lang sa inyo and then we're going to make streusel topping. Okay? So, for the streusel topping, we're going to need 1/2 cup of white sugar. And then I'm going to put 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. 1/4 cup cube butter. And then 1.5 teaspoon ground cinnamon. Okay? So if you don't like cinnamon, you can also flavor this by using grated orange zest or grated lemon zest. Okay? So it also works well with blueberries. So this is 1/2. So we need 1/2 teaspoon. Okay? So this is a total of 1.5 teaspoon. So I also do this for my banana muffins. Or I also use this streusel topping for my banana muffins. Okay? So, I'm going to wear vinyl gloves so it won't stick to my fingers. But if you don't have gloves, just make sure to wash your hands before you mix it. Okay? So, just mix it and press your butter with your fingers so that it will combine well with your sugar and flour. Okay? If you want it to be a little bit brown, you can also use half brown sugar and half white sugar. Okay? Para mas brown yung kalabasan dun sa ibabaw. But since our blueberry muffins are white, so I'm going to use all white sugar. I want the streusel to be a little bit chunky. Yan. Gusto ko ano siya, medyo buo-buo. Ayoko yung durug-durug yung crumbs na nasa ilalim. Yan. So make sure that your butter is well distributed with your mixture. Press it so it will clump together and make sure that the bits and pieces of the butter is well distributed with the rest of the ingredients. Okay? So sometimes yan, binubuo ko muna siya ng ganyan para magdikit-dikit and then I break them apart. Okay? In large pieces like that. Okay? So mas malaki kaysa sa breadcrumbs. Yan. And then, we're going to use this as topping for our muffins. Okay? So, again, it creates a crunchy crust. And habang nagbe-bake to, the cinnamon in the mixture is going to be very fragrant. Okay? So, mabango to pag niluluto. Okay? So, this tends to get soft when you put your muffins in the refrigerator. But it will be crispy again if you pop it in the toaster. Okay, so I want it to be like this, chunky. So you put this on top of your. Okay, so make sure that you keep your pan clean kasi mas mahirap hugasan kapag nilagay natin yung hindi natin nilinis yung pan. Okay? So, make sure that you clean up the bits and pieces of the streusel that will be scattered on your pan. Okay? Because as it bakes, the sugar will melt and it will stick to your pan, making it harder to wash. Okay? So, para mas madali. That's the hard part of baking. Baking is actually a very relaxing hobby, but washing after baking is the hard part for me. Yun ang nakakatamad. Yun yung nakakapagod, yung madami kang hugasin. This recipe can yield 12 muffins. Okay? So, meron akong sumobrang isa. Nilagay ko na lang sa isang ramekins. Pero alanganin na siya, oh. Konti na siya. Once again, make sure that all the sides of your muffin pans are clean so that it's easier to wash later. So, make sure that your oven is already preheated. I have preheated my oven before I started at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, after around 25 minutes, here is our baked product. Okay, so the time in the oven depends on your oven. Okay, so if you have a small oven, it's going to take a shorter time. So kailangan kapain nyo yung time dun sa oven na gagamitin nyo. So in my oven, so for 350 degrees Fahrenheit, pwede to mga 25 to 28 minutes. So here is our finished product. Yan, okay, so itatry natin. Let's check it out kung okay sa loob. Okay, so for test of doneness, so para ma-check nyo, tingnan natin sa gitna na part. Since ito na yung may damage, ito na yung aking itetest. Okay, sa gitna, i-check nyo yan, dapat malinis. Okay, so wala yung mga wet na part. Ibig sabihin, luto na. So, wag kayong mag-check. If you're going to test for doneness, don't check yung nasa outer. So, check nyo yung nasa pinakagitna kasi yun yung pinakamatagal maluto. Okay? Another test for doneness is the color. So, you will see the edges of the top of the muffin is a little bit brown, light brown. Okay? So, and also, another test for doneness is when we press the muffin. Okay? So, hindi siya mag-iiwan ng indentation. So, pag nanatili siyang nakalubog, okay? So, if it leaves an indentation, ibig sabihin, hindi pa siya luto. So, yan. Malutong kasi yung top niya because of the streusel. So, let's check it out. So, tatanggalin natin. So, because of the baking cups, no, madali siyang tanggalin. Okay, so, pagka merong mga part na nakadikit, medyo i-rotate nyo ng konti. I-rotate nyo ng konti, yan, para mag-loosen lang. Okay, so let's check our finished product. Yan, makikita nyo, pagka binuksan nyo na, no, yung top medyo mukhang walang kulay masyado, walang kita na blueberry. Pero once you try to open it up, the blueberry is inside. Okay? So, ang ganda kasi ang lutong nung top niya. Yan, so it's moist inside, still soft on the inside, but crunchy on top. Tikman natin. Sarap. So the muffin inside is not too sweet, but the streusel topping is sweet, so it balance. The sweetness is balanced. Okay. I love the streusel topping because it provides crunch to the whole muffin. Okay, so if you don't want too sweet, bawasan nyo na lang yung streusel topping, or you can choose to omit the streusel topping. So this is a basic muffin recipe that you can make use in a variety of different or a variety of flavors of muffins. You can change the blueberry, you can use strawberry or mango, or you can also choose chocolate chip, put raisins. If you're going to want chocolate na flavor, pwede kayong mag-add ng 60 grams of cocoa powder dun sa dry mixture and add chocolate chips. Or if you want mocha, you can put coffee, okay? And then add walnuts maybe. Or I can also use this as a base for a banana muffin, okay? So I'm going to add siguro mga 300 grams of mashed ripe bananas, and then also put walnut on top. Okay, so that's how you can modify and have a variety of different flavors of muffin with just the basic recipe of the muffin alone. Okay, so I hope you enjoy our lesson today, and ayan, ready na ako dun sa susunod ko na video. In my next video, I will be featuring scones. So I will be cooking the second type of the mixing method, which is the biscuit method. Okay, so see you in my next video.